What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to go over some coins that I think are going to do excellent in the next bull run. I'm talking about a good 1000+%. And if you start dollar cost averaging at the low, I don't know if this is the lowest we'll go, but if we start dollar cost averaging at the low, we're going to get every penny of that. So let's jump right into this. So right now we're on CoinGecko, and I want to start off with the BNB coin. I'm gonna go in order from the top to the bottom. The BNB coin is a super strong coin. It's been around since 2017, and it actually started at 15 cents. So over time, it's built up like crazy. So what I did here is I put some support lines at $219 where BNB likes to hit that support and stay. My opinion, I'm hoping that BNB does not cross $219. If it does, the next support line would be $130 something, $135, right? So I'm hoping that this this 0.618 Fibonacci here, this green line that you see coming up here, I'm hoping that continues. And see, I put this yellow line here to kind of show what it would look like. As time goes on, I'm hoping that the BNB coin bounces off this 0.618 Fibonacci and uses this below line as major support, just like this, before we make our way up. Whenever we do, we could make it up here, okay? So that's my opinion on the BNB chain, the BNB coin. Let me give you what I think we can do in the long run. I think that we can do about 150%. I always say about 150% above the last bull high. The reason why is because when I calculated a lot of these old coins and found that 150% is very reasonable, that they may move up higher than the last high. All right. That doesn't mean it will. It just means it's very reasonable. It could actually go higher than that. I've seen coins go, 500% higher than its last time all-time high. Okay. Especially with it being so, having so much support. Remember, the BNB coin only dropped. Let's see, it only dropped and hit a low of 69%. It's actually stayed stronger than BTC. All right, you could have put all your money in BNB and you would have had more money at the end of the day than BTC. I think BTC dropped 70%, so no, 77% so far. All right. So what we're looking at is at a $1,700 BNB coin, very doable. So now I'm going to do is pull this 2019. So what I did was I made a copy. Right here. Let's see. January 2019. Okay. So if we go back in time, 2018 would be like 2022. 2019 would be like 2023. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm making a copy from here all the way up into the bull market as 2020 to 2021. I made a copy of that and I brought it over here. And I'm just going to show you with a little roadmap where I think it could go. So this right here would mean that we only hit the 219 support and we bounce up. That's pretty much the best case scenario. Okay. If BNB stays between this line here and just moves up like this green line is saying, then that's wonderful. That's great. All right. Best case scenario. The next scenario would be that BNB drops to around 130, which is only 50%. Okay, so if it's only 50%, if we drop, then you just double up your money. Actually, let me pull this up right here. Okay, so for you guys to kind of understand. So this is the math of recovery from your portfolio losses. Okay, so this is how I do my dollar cost averaging. This is how I get in and out of stuff. Okay, so what I do is if I put $1,000 in and we drop 50%, then you need to increase it by 100%. So you need to be putting in $2,000 to get you back to your lowest dollar cost average, which would be zero. Okay, whatever the dollar cost average of that coin. So if it's 275 like BNB, then that's how much it would take to get it back to zero. All right, so -0. I hope you guys understand that. So this chart just shows you that. So if you dropped negative 60%, then you need 150% of your initial deposit. If you drop 75%, then you need 300% of your initial deposit. So that means if you put $1,000 into a coin that dropped 75%, you would need 300% of that thousand, so $3,000 to get it back at basically zero, or the dollar cost average of whatever the coin is at the negative 50%. Okay, so that's how you do that. So that's my first coin. And so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into these BNB prices. So this right here just shows you that in medium, as you can see, these prices here are the medium amount that BNB makes every month. So in January, BNB averages or median is 18.4%. And in February, 6.4%. And as you go up, you can see it goes higher. Now, it looks like June is a bad month for BNB, which is negative 9%. And it looks like September was a bad month, negative 14% on medium. But every other month, the BNB coin went up in price. That is amazing. I'm showing you guys right here. Every other month, it went up in price. So holding the BNB coin is a major win in my opinion. Let's go to the next coin, Polygon Matic. All right. Polygon Matic is another coin that has been so strong. It has not been moving. It's been doing such a good job. It did drop down a little bit to around 34 cents. So right now, our major support line that we could come back to is 31 cents. Okay. Basically, because it dropped and touched that, just like I talked about the other one, that means it can come back there again. We have support line here. We do have some support line over here at 64 cents, okay? So we do have support line there too. So depending on if this 0.5 Fibonacci takes enough time, it goes up. It'll use that as support. So we'll touch a 0.5 Fibonacci and then drop underneath it, just like we talked about with BNB coin, okay? After that 0.5 Fibonacci, our next support line is going to be way low, which, you know, in my opinion, Polygon is such a good coin. Nobody's getting rid of this coin. As you can see, it was number 10, okay? Polygon is just been doing great all around, okay? So let's jump over here. Now, I also believe, let me show you this real quick. Just to get back to our all-time high, let's see where Polygon is. Polygon would still do 200% just to get back to our all-time high. What that means is that when this bull market sets off in 2024, this is the bull market vertical line I put in. Let me put that to April, because it's going to be April 2024. When this bull market pops off, Polygon Matic is going to explode, okay? It's going to go crazy, because the last time from the low to the high was, look at that, 14,987%, okay, from the low to the high of the last bull market. And you're talking about that Polygon has only lost barely any percentages right now. We're only down 74% or 67%, okay? Polygon is a powerhouse. They just started partnering with Disney. They partnered with a bunch of other places. They are, everybody likes their network. Everybody likes the ease of use. And then let's jump over here, because I didn't show you this right here. So Polygon right now is sitting at right behind Arbitrum. So let me go in order. It goes Ethereum, BSC, Tron, Arbitrum, and then Polygon Matic sitting right behind there, okay? So total value locked on all DeFi chains, Polygon is sitting basically at number 5. Yeah, sitting at number 5, okay? With 2.52% of all of DeFi locked on its chain. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to come down here. I'm going to show you guys the medium price Polygon has made month over month, okay? So I can read these out. January, the medium, we're going to go medium only, okay? 30% in January, Polygon makes on medium. 13% in February, 0.34% in March, 12.8% in April, 80.5% in May, 17.6% in June, negative 17.6%. In July, 0.19%. So as you can see that Polygon Matic, if you just check this out, Polygon Matic does move. It moves very well. Although 2022 has been a bad month, worse than normal, you're still talking about a plus 93% in 1 month, plus 16% in 1 month, plus 4% in 1 month. And we're not talking about a bull market, you guys. We're talking about a bear market. All right. So that should tell you guys something. Polygon is a powerhouse. It's doing good in the long run. It's going to be one of the best coins out there. I can easily see Polygon pushing up to even, let's go 100. We're going to go 150% because that's what I believe is the most, one of the most easiest points to hit, about 150%. That will put Polygon Matic at $7.25. Okay, but that's nothing because we're only 69% down. So you guys understand what I'm saying? So even though I put 150% on here, this is not one of those coins. This is one of the coins that are going to explode. All right, because the support is so strong, and the Polygon people who love Polygon are holding on to it. And I'll show you. I love ADA. Let me show you just a quick difference between ADA and Polygon. I love ADA, but check this out. This is the difference between a coin that somebody holds on to and uses, and the difference between a coin that somebody holds on to, but they can't really use yet. ADA is a great platform. It's going to be amazing in the future, but this is the difference between a coin that someone you can't quite use yet and a coin that people are using right now and still using during the bear market. So the support is there. It's holding on. It tried to crash. Support bought it back up. All right. So Polygon Matic, great coin. In the future, it's going to be amazing. Mark my words. Don't mark my words. Don't mark my words. But it is going to be amazing in the future as long as everything goes the way that they've been going, incorporating the Polygon with Disney and all these other chains and all these other brands. Man, they're doing great, Nike and everything. So let's jump into the last coin. Okay, the last coin, AVAX. AVAX is a powerhouse also. Now, again, as you can see, this drop down. So what this is showing me is that although AVAX is number 6 right behind Polygon with 2.02% of all DeFi money locked on all DeFi, AVAX still is at a point where people use it, but then they don't use it. So this is them using it. This is them not using it. Okay. Trading out into other coins or trading for something else. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that AVAX is just in one of those situations where it's a new coin and people who get into AVAX are, there are a lot of traders, I would say. You know, a lot of these coins. So when you look at XRP does not have traders. People who have XRP, they hold XRP. Polygon, BNB, I just showed you 2 coins that people hold on to, but both can be used. XRP is a coin that people hold on to, but they can't use it. AVAX is a coin that people use, but they sell off and then they buy it back. All right. But what that means is that turbulence gives you a good chance to make a lot of money. In order for us to get back to where AVAX high was, you know, we're looking at a 1,000% gain. Okay, let me mark this out right. So 1,060% gain just to get back to its all-time high. Not to mention, again, it's one of the most used coins on DeFi in the bear market. Okay, you guys got to remember that we're in the bear market. So when you're talking about 1,000% return to get back to the bull market, then you're talking about an explosion because people are using it more. After the bull market, okay, so after BTC has its bull market, so 2020, let me go back to March. Okay, so this coin wasn't even made. So March of 2020 was the halving, okay? This right here, December 2020, BTC was already moving up. January of 2021, this is BTC's top, all right? You see that AVAX topped out after, right? AVAX topped out after. Then people sold out of AVAX because AVAX is a trader coin. Okay, people sold out of AVAX. Then what people do? They bought back in and made another 1,000% return on AVAX. So they made 1,000 something percent. Let's see here. So these are the AVAX traders, man. They are crazy with it. So they made 2,000%. They sold. How much did they lose? They sold negative 84%, right? So they lost 80. So they sold out. They waited, got back in, and made another 1,000%. Sold out, and now we're at the bottom again. What do you think is going to happen next? Okay, so that's why I'm telling you guys, AVAX is a great coin. Let's go here. I want to show you because AVAX is going to be a bit more harsh because AVAX has that swinging up and down. But check this out. Medium in January, 142%. February, 47%. March, 17.2%. April, negative 13%. May, negative 50, basically 50%. June, negative 35%. July, it starts going positive again, positive 27%. August, positive 86%. Okay, so what I'm saying is that when you put all this together, AVAX has a more up year than down year. But as you can see, this year, 2022, we're down 87%. All right, so we are down, and at the low, we were down 1150. So you are getting AVAX at the very low of the bear market, pretty much. It's sitting at $13. Okay, so if we go to AVAX, and as we are now, look how low we are. If we go to AVAX and say we drop, if you're putting $10 a week, I'm going to do this every time because I think some people think that you have to put money at the bottom to hit the bottom. Like you got to hit it there, and if you don't hit it there, then you don't invest. Okay, that's why people got screwed at the top here, is because instead of selling on the way up and selling on the way down, they said, no, I want to sell here at the top, and they missed that top. Then they said, no, I want to sell as high as I can, and the top never came again, and they held all the way down. So don't get into the habit of thinking I'm going to just hit this one point, and that's the point I got to live and die by. All right, so in my opinion, right now, you could be dollar cost averaging $10 a week. Okay, I always say $10 a week because you need the amount of money. So if it drops, you double the amount of money. If it drops, you triple the amount of money. You guys get what I'm saying? So it's not about hitting a point that's going to make you the most return. If you invest right now, you would still make 1,000% return. Okay, and if you complain about 1,000% return, then you're doing it wrong just because you want 1,100% return. You guys get what I'm saying? I hope you guys like this information. This was a lot, but this is good information for the future, and I hope you guys can see that. Hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the future. These are my 3 top coins that are going to make big money in the next bull market.